Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're joining me today because we are going on a seriously mind-bending journey. You know, we spend so much time obsessing over human innovation and human genius, but today, we're totally flipping the script. We are looking at the top 10 smartest animals on the planet. So let's just dive right into this because the sheer brainpower operating out there in the wild, and honestly sometimes right in our own backyards, is absolutely going to astound you.
So who actually is the smartest animal on Earth? I mean, it's a question we've all asked, right? For centuries, we humans have kind of just comfortably placed ourselves at the very top of the intellectual ladder. We just assumed that our way of thinking was the only way of thinking. But as we unpack the data today, I really want to challenge those preconceived notions about human superiority. I want us to rethink what it truly means to be smart, because as you'll see, nature has engineered some incredibly creative ways to process information, solve problems, and just experience the world.
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at what is animal intelligence, our closest relatives, geniuses of the water world, feathered prodigies, unexpected intellectuals, and finally, the different types of minds.
Let's start with section 1. What is animal intelligence? The science of smart.
Okay, before we can appreciate or even rank the smartest creatures out there, we have to establish a baseline. Like, how do scientists actually measure the minds of animals when they obviously can't sit down and take a math test? Well, intelligence isn't just one thing. Scientists evaluate it using 3 main criteria. Number 1 is problem solving. Basically, can the animal figure out a complex physical puzzle to get food or escape a trap? Number 2 is learning ability. How quickly can they pick up a new skill, and can they actually remember it later? And number 3 is social behavior. Think about it. Navigating a complex society, knowing who your friends are, who your rivals are, and working together, that requires a massive amount of cognitive processing power. Now, there's a really crucial concept we need to understand here called the mirror test. It's basically a scientific measure of self-awareness, and it's going to keep popping up as we look at our smartest animals today. Here's how it works. When an animal looks into a mirror, does it think it's just looking at some other random animal, or does it actually recognize itself? Actually passing this test requires a profound level of cognitive development. So keep this in mind, because the animals that pass this test are in a very, very exclusive club.
Moving on to section 2, our closest relatives.
Let's head straight into the jungle to look at the primates. These are the animals whose minds and social structures really mirror our own the most. On one hand, you have chimpanzees. They are master tool users. They'll use sticks and stones to get food. But what's really wild is that they learn from each other, creating their own distinct cultural behaviors. And yes, they easily pass the mirror test. On the other hand, we have orangutans. While chimps are all about fast-paced social learning, orangutans are kind of the deep, strategic planners of the forest. They actually plan out their travel routes well in advance, and they craft highly specialized tools out of leaves. So you have chimps as these brilliant socialites, and orangutans as these logical, solitary thinkers. Both are just absolute geniuses.
Section 3. Geniuses of the water world.
So obviously, intelligence definitely isn't confined to dry land. Right beneath the waves, bottlenose dolphins are showing off some profound cognitive abilities. They pass the mirror test, proving they're self-aware, and they hunt in these incredibly complex, coordinated teams. But get this is the most striking detail to me. They actually have specific whistles that act as individual names. When you really pause to think about the emotional weight of that, it is just incredible. They literally call out to their friends and family members by name, just like we do. It shows a deeply relatable and highly advanced social intelligence. And then, wow, we have the octopus. This is an animal with a completely alien type of intelligence. Just picture this sequence for a second. Step 1, an octopus encounters a locked jar. Step 2, instead of just using brute force, it uses incredibly flexible thinking to analyze the whole puzzle. Step 3, it literally figures out how to grip and unscrew the lid, sometimes even from the inside if it happens to be trapped in one. And Step 4, it uses these same skills to routinely pull off daring escapes from aquariums. I mean, they manipulate their environment in ways that constantly leave researchers completely baffled.
Which brings us to section 4. Feathered prodigies.
From the oceans, let's look up to the skies. We are entering the realm of birds, and these are animals that pack an unbelievable amount of brain power into tiny, super lightweight packages. Over 100. That is the staggering number of human words an African gray parrot can actively memorize and use. And I don't just mean mimicking sounds like a tape recorder. Research shows that African gray parrots actually understand what they are saying. They can identify shapes, they can distinguish colors, and they even possess the ability to count. They basically have the cognitive capacity of a human toddler, all packed inside a brain the size of a walnut.
And other birds have their own unique, entirely different superpowers. Take crows, for instance. They are famous for making complex tools out of wire and twigs to solve multi-step problems, and they literally never forget a human face. Ever. And then there are pigeons. I know, we see them every single day begging for crumbs on city streets, but they actually possess an excellent visual memory. They can recognize complex images and specific faces. Plus, their ability to navigate across extreme, long distances using the Earth's magnetic field is just unbelievable. Frankly, a pigeon has a better internal GPS than our smartest smartphones.
Section 5. Unexpected intellectuals.
Bringing it back down to Earth, we find creatures that society honestly just drastically underestimates. When we talk about elephants, we really have to speak with a tone of deep, deep respect. The whole phrase "an elephant never forgets," yeah, that's scientifically accurate. They possess incredible geographical and social memories. They are completely self-aware and pass the mirror test with flying colors. But what truly sets them apart is their profound emotional depth. Elephants show immense care for one another, and they possess this heartbreaking capacity to experience real grief. They famously mourn their dead by gently touching the bones of fallen herd members. That level of empathy is a true hallmark of profound intelligence.
Now, consider two more heavily underestimated animals, pigs and rats. Despite their kind of muddy reputations, pigs are extremely fast learners with excellent memories. In fact, they're so highly socially smart that they routinely outsmart dogs in cognitive tests. No way, right? And rats? They are incredibly easily trained. They are capable of perfectly memorizing highly complex maze routes, which, by the way, is exactly why they are so absolutely vital for scientific research. Both of these animals are just absolute mental powerhouses disguised in packages we usually tend to overlook.
And finally, Section 6. Different types of minds.
So after looking at apes, dolphins, birds, and elephants, how do we make sense of it all? Well, it really comes down to this exact quote. Animals have different types of intelligence. You cannot say who is the smartest with 100% certainty. Intelligence isn't just a single ladder with humans at the very top and single-celled organisms at the bottom. It's a vast, beautiful, multi-dimensional spectrum. A dolphin's sonar intelligence is completely different from an orangutan's tool-making intelligence, but both are perfectly adapted for their survival. You literally just cannot crown one single animal as the absolute smartest.
Which leaves us with this final, really profound thought. If intelligence is this diverse, if octopuses are solving puzzles, and elephants are actively grieving, and dolphins are out there calling each other by name, what else are animals thinking and feeling right now that we just don't have the tools to understand yet? I really hope this explainer sparks your curiosity to look at every single animal you meet from now on with a totally renewed sense of wonder and respect. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.